Deciding between a new build or an existing home is a big decision. To get started, let's consider our priorities. Now, are you looking for a move-in ready convenience of an existing home or the customization possibilities of that new build? Whatever it is, house hunting can be a real head scratcher these days. The big issue is that there aren't enough homes on the market. So with fewer homes to choose from, you as a buyer might need to consider both new builds and existing homes. But that can feel like comparing apples to oranges, am I right? Hey, I'm Bobby Friel, your trusted realtor, and today I'm gonna break down all that goes into this decision a little bit easier by telling you the pros and cons to consider when choosing between a shiny new home or a charming pre-loved one. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. The first question to tackle is options. Should you weigh all the options? Absolutely. Buying a house is a huge decision, so it's super important to weigh all your options. And in this hot market, existing homes can be very attractive choices, but how exactly? Pro number one, more space for your buck. Well, imagine this, a sprawling backyard for your kids to run around in, complete with a swing set. That's going to be more likely with an existing home. These days, builders are maximizing space by building homes closer together and on smaller lots. So if you crave some breathing room, an existing home, say, built like 10 years ago or longer, might offer significantly more square footage and lot size for the price compared to that new build. Pro number two is avoiding HOAs, possibly. Next, you know that HOAs or homeowners association, they can really be a double-edged sword. Some people appreciate the maintained common areas and community feel they provide, but others dislike the restrictions and the fees associated with them. The HOA can charge you assessments, late charges, collection costs, attorney's fees, cost fines, interest, and other charges. But the good news is that existing homes are less likely to be part of an HOA compared to new build communities. And the third pro here, those prime locations. So think about it. Builders have very limited land options and much of the prime real estate has already been developed. This means existing homes might be closer to desirable areas like schools, shops, famous restaurants, and compared to those new build homes, which often gets pushed to the outskirts of town. So is an existing home the perfect choice for everybody? Well, unfortunately, you can't decide that unless you really know the pros, of course, of those new built homes. Now let's quickly talk about the bright side or the pros of those new build homes. Sure, nobody has ever lived in them before, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Pro number one is you can move in and typically relax a bit for a few years anyways, because fixes are not going to be needed right away. It's like when you close on your brand new house, you can focus on just unpacking the boxes and decorating, not dealing with unexpected repairs, and that's a major perk of a new build. Pro number two is a modern style, so there's no more dated finishes. But you know what? Let's face the truth too, design trends, they do change. While some things come back in style, many existing homes might have features or finishes that are outdated. Pro number three is incentives galore, saving money on closing costs, possibly. Newly built homes often come packed with incentives to make the deal better, and many builders offer perks like covering some of the closing costs or even a finished basement upgrade or upgraded countertops, etc. This is different from existing homes where negotiating costs might be more up in the air. But now let's be honest, a new home build isn't perfect for everybody, so let's explore some of the drawbacks next. Con number one is that potential repair roulette. Now that you're buying a house and then bam, the roof decides to leak. Surprise repairs are a major downside of existing homes, especially if the house is between 10 and 20 years old. Many major components like the roof, the HVAC system, or appliances are nearing the end of their lifespan and might need replacing soon. And these costs can really quickly add up. So when considering an existing home, be sure to ask the seller what updates have been done recently. Con number two is stuck in time capsules, right? Unless it's been renovated. An existing home might not have the modern updates that you crave. Think older carpeting, dated paint colors, or even tired cabinets. These features were all the rage 10 or 20 years ago, but not so much today. Now let's talk about the cons of new built homes. They might be shiny and new, but there are some official drawbacks as well. Con number one is very cookie cutter communities with less uniqueness. What if you buy a home in the neighborhood where every other house looks nearly identical? This can be a reality with new builds, especially in larger developments. Builders often rely on a handful of floor plans, and the houses themselves might be built very close together. Again, that limited choice is con number 2, and selected finishes unless you pay extra. To save on costs, builders often purchase materials in bulk and offer limited options for finishes like countertops, cabinets, or flooring. So you might get a choice between a light wood cabinet or a dark wood cabinet, but that's about all. And con number 3, we mentioned before, those smaller lots and less yard space, making the most of what you get. Think about all the backyard fun you could have with your kids or pets, which unfortunately, often new builds come with smaller lots compared to resale options. Con number 4, those HOAs, they can be a blessing or a burden. And also HOAs or homeowner associations are common in newly built neighborhoods. While they can be great for maintaining common areas and fostering a sense of community, they also come with rules and fees. So if the idea of restrictions feels a little stifling, an HOA might be a major drawback. But of course, there's always ways to navigate these downsides. You can obviously talk to a pro like me, your trusted realtor, and I'll help you understand the specific limitation and customization options available in your chosen community. But no matter your choice, Just Living Realty is here to help you. And in the end, existing versus new build all really comes down to what matters most to you. Let me know in the comments below what you do really prefer. And hey, if you have any questions about buying a house or an existing new build, don't be shy. Thanks for watching, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to watch all our other videos. And if you're ready for a consultation, please check the description or the link in the top pinned comment for a direct link to our calendar so that we can coordinate with your schedule and really get you onboarded fairly simple. Again, Bobby Friel says thank you for visiting with me today. I appreciate it very much. Now get out and enjoy our sunny days. Stay sweet.